Over 2.5 years back, Mahindra launched the XUV700 that took the reins from the XUV500 to join the three-row SUV battle. It even recently got an update in the form of a new color, additional seating configuration, and more features. But with rivals upping the ante, does the XUV700 still have what it takes to stay at the top of the competition? To answer that, we will explore 5 standout things that makes the XUV700 shine and 2 aspects that you might want to reconsider before buying one. Welcome to Carwale, and if you haven't already, do like, share and subscribe to Carwale and tell us which car do you want us to evaluate next and give 5 positives and 2 negatives before you make a buying decision. Let's get going. Let's kick things off with the first positive of the XUV700, and that is its cabin. But before that, let me show you a feature that I really like, and that's called the welcome function, where you unlock the car, open the door, and the driver's seat welcomes you by retracting itself. You take a seat, close the door, and it goes back to the same position. And for that, you can have 2 memory that can be set for the driver's seat. Now, moving inside the cabin, you are greeted by this smoking great dashboard, and unlike any other Mahindras, this feels really premium and upmarket. We particularly like the lighter colors that are used on the dashboard, like the soft touch material on the dash. Even the lighter upholstery gives a sense of space. Even the overall fit and finish of the cabin is quite impressive. There are no evident rough edges, panel gaps, and the cabin feels nicely put together. Even the material used, like for the gear knob, the physical buttons, and the rotary dials, and even the aircon vents, they feel really nice and give you that upmarket feel. Taking the center stage are these twin displays. Both are 10.2-inch in size, and Mahindra has also used a lot of colors around the dashboard. You get these metal-like inserts on the lower half of the dashboard. There are chrome elements which you can see around the aircon vents, and then there are these piano black inserts which is around the HVAC panel, around the center console area, and even on the door pads. What we particularly like is that Mahindra has retained the convenience of physical buttons, and that is for the AC control. You also get a rotary dial to control the infotainment system, and there's one more thing. It might look like it has been taken from some luxury car, but the convenience of electrically operating the driver's seat is really easy. Now this brings us to the second positive aspect of the XUV700, and that is accentuated further with the space and practicality of this cabin. Now earlier the XUV700 could be had as a 5 or 7-seater SUV, but with this new 6-seater version, you now get captain seats in the middle row, and this will be a preferred choice for chauffeur-driven buyers or customers who want individual seats here in the second row. Now the seats themselves here, they're extremely comfortable, very supportive, and if you want to be more comfortable, these can be reclined back as well. There's a folding armrest, and the manual boss mode here frees up more space. Talking about the third row, although not very spacious, it is not a bad place to be in for short commutes. The tumble and fold makes it easy to access the third row, and the third row passengers won't feel neglected as they get features like aircon vents with blowers, cup holders, roof-mounted speakers, and a 12-volt charging socket. Another impressive thing about the XUV700's cabin is the practicality it offers. Of course, it gets armrest storage, glove box, seat back pockets, door pockets, and up to 6 cup holders if you choose the 7-seat option. But there are a few more that are cleverly put by Mahindra and which we really like. A dedicated key fob tray under the armrest, a sunglass holder, and a slot to put away your mobile even when you use the wireless charger. Now we know that the newly launched Tata Safari has quite a lot of new features and tech, and the XUV700, even though it has been around for quite some time now, there are few features to flaunt. Not only can you operate the sunroof or the AC with voice commands, you can even change indicator sound tone, and the XUV700 also assists you when you are inflating your tires. Also, did you know you can roll up or down the driver's side window and the sunroof only with a long press of the lock and unlock button of the key fob. Spread across MX and AX trims, the XUV700 is a tech fest. The 10.2-inch touchscreen infotainment system is extremely easy to use and even supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Although we initially faced a few glitches with this unit when it was first launched, the timely software upgrades have solved most of them. Then there is the customizable instrument cluster, a massive panoramic sunroof, a wireless charging pad, cool front seats, and the incredible 12-speaker stereo system from Sony. It also scores high on safety with tire pressure monitor, a 360-degree surround camera, and not just 6 airbags, but it gets a 7th knee airbag for the driver. No wonder the XUV700 has been awarded a full 5-star global NCAP safety rating. And the list doesn't end there. The XUV700 also packs in a suite of Level 2 ADAS features, such as forward collision warning with emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, high beam assist, and traffic sign recognition. Out of all these, we tried our hands with the lane departure warning plus lane keep assist, and they worked fairly accurate when the roads were properly marked. However, it is to be noted that these are operated at speeds upwards of 60 km per hour. The fourth one on our list is the potent performance of the engines. Now, the XUV700 can be had in both petrol and diesel powertrains, and these new generation engines made its debut with the Mahindra Thar back in 2020. The one that we are driving today is a 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine that puts out close to 200 bhp and 380 Nm of peak torque. Not only it is the fastest SUV in its segment, but it also drives like one. The transmission duties, well, they are handled by a 6-speed torque converter automatic transmission that sends power to the front wheels. There's also an all-wheel drive configuration, but sadly that is only limited to the diesel derivatives. Slot the gear lever into D and the XUV700 is eager to lunge forward. Not that it pings you to the seat, but the strong and linear acceleration is something that you will enjoy. The gear shifts are smooth, and if you want to tickle the enthusiast in you, there's also a manual mode. Getting to and cruising at 3-digit speeds is smooth too. And with the supremely comfortable seats, the XUV700 can gobble kilometers with utmost ease. Now, although the XUV700 looks big on the outside, it is extremely easy to drive. As soon as you're seated inside, you get a good commanding driving position, outside visibility is great, and for convenience, you get rake and reach adjustment for the steering wheel, electrically adjustable seats, and electrically adjustable ORVMs, all this translating into a great driving experience. From the intuitive steering controls to the easily accessible dashboard features, Mahindra has designed the XUV700 with the driver in mind. If you are someone who prioritizes fuel efficiency, the XUV700 might not be the top choice in its class. Given its powerful engine, the trade-off is a slightly lower fuel efficiency. While it's not a gas guzzler, it's essential to consider your daily commute and usage patterns before committing to the XUV700. In our city loop, the XUV700 delivered 8.5 km to a liter, while on the highway it returned 11.05 km. That said, you may consider buying the diesel-powered XUV that proved to be quite a sipper with 11.8 km in the city loop and 19.4 kmpl while on the highway. Now, if you're somebody who likes features, the XUV700 will definitely appeal to you. However, there are some essential features that Mahindra has skipped. For example, it doesn't get an auto-dimming IRVM. Even the rear row seats, they miss out on sunshades. And this particular vehicle, the petrol automatic, doesn't even get paddle shifters, and the much hyped drive modes, zip zap zoom as Mahindra calls it, that too has been skipped in this particular variant. And then there are few features that could have been better. For example, the quality, the video resolution of the 360-degree camera. It displays only on the half part of the infotainment screen, and the other part of the infotainment screen only shows a small graphic of the car. It would have been better if the entire screen could have shown the entire view of all the angles made by the 360-degree camera. Also, the blind view monitor, the quality could have been better. The XUV700 is a well-packaged product, and it's evident from what this SUV brings to the table. From spacious, upmarket interior filled with features to powerful engines, in our opinion, we feel the XUV700 also looks sophisticated with a great road presence. However, like any other vehicle, the XUV700 does have its considerations. Things like fuel efficiency and lack of essential features might want you to reconsider this SUV. Now tell us, if you have a 30 lakh rupees budget, would you go for this one or instead the Tata Safari, the Hyundai Alcazar, or even the mid-spec of the Toyota Innova Hi-Cross Hybrid? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us.